The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own and in no way meant to offend or upset anyone. We ad-lib, paraphrase and imitate to convey reviewed content only. It's a bit of a laugh. Enjoy!
I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight the fear when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to make.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 15 of series 3 of the quintessentially Scottish movie review comedy podcast. What's the script? Christopher, good evening.
Yes, good evening, mate. How are we coping with the heat and such?
No, look at outside, that back by window there, see it? That grass is even cut, man.
I know. I must have sweated my body weight into my boxers today.
Oh, mate. Folks, if you're from Britain, you'll know. If you're from Scotland, you'll definitely know we've had a bit of a heat wave this September week, and it's murder when you're doing 12-hour shifts in trousers that have no ventilation and polo shirts that are as thick as the rope that you would use to elope out a fucking tall building, you know what I mean?
Aye. These energy-saving buildings just containing the heat and all. Oh.
No good for that fucking manual labour and rubbish.
Aye, it was like fucking walking into the reactor in Chernobyl, man.
I know. Then Sod's Law, the 1 minute you have a seat just to regain your composure, the gaffer walks in, you're like, jumping up and all that. I just said that.
You can't get up quick enough. Just the sound of sellotape getting ripped.
Aye. If you're like me, you get up, the chair's still stuck to you, man, so it is. Mercy. It's like the lock in my toilet in is broke. And my wains keep trying to come in. Daddy, when I'm on the toilet, I'm like, no! Yeah, I don't want this being one of your earliest memories. Me jammed in a wee corner of the toilet. You know what I mean?
Oh no, man.
Don't want you to see that. Just say.
So much time on a therapist's couch after that.
Oh, scar tissue, mate. Scar tissue there, I wish you down. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I know we've been a wee bit few and far between lately, between pods, because basically our schedules are mental, man. And Wayne's family's work, overtime, heat waves, none of that jazz. But we're back, killing. So I'm a wee bit of serial killing in there. That's me going day 6 now without a chap at the door for the polish. I think I'm doing all right. So, but in fact, I'll ask you as we go on, right, what you've been watching, because I'm going to tell you what I've been watching. It's absolutely fabulous. So, mate, we are on episode 15, series 3, as I said. It was your pick this week, and I was delighted when you decided to pick I Am Legend, 2007. What does it mean to you, this film, mate?
Oh, this is potentially the first time I had my heart broken watching an actual film. Apart from when...
Look at you people, you need to watch the YouTube. He's looking off into the middle distance. I'm waiting on somebody coming in with a cello at the back of him.
Oh, it was a dark day. Just goes black and white with rain running down the screen like that. No, but this emotionally traumatized me. Obviously, a part of this film done it, but it's the most emotional death since Mufasa and The Lion King. There's no two ways about it.
That's quite the claim, mate. I do remember breaking my heart and greeting at Mufasa, getting murdered. He didn't just die; he was murdered. But first time seeing this, mate. The death of Sam. It's no great, isn't it?
No, it's going to be one of the worst or saddest scenes ever in film history. It's just, it's no good for the soul, mate. And especially my dog is of a German Shepherd. And see when I watched it last night, I really
You all right?
Look, I would never do that to you. I would let you kill me. As the dog just licks her fucking her minge. Like, what are you talking about? It's fucking
Poor dog's lying there looking at you going like that. Watching snuff videos of me, are you dirty bastard? So that's what you've got planned for me.
While the cat's on top of the fridge going, what the fuck me?
I know the cat just talking in a mad Stewie voice to the dog, man. Your time's almost over, K9.
Oh, Jesus, man. But aye.
That's
Aye,
a very sad bit.
Aye, the film as a whole, mate, I enjoyed it. I went to the pictures to see it. It's obviously a kind of rehashed version again of the Omega Man. If nobody's seen that, should go back and watch that. But aye, it's good. What about yourself, wait, mate?
Exact same as you. I went to pictures to see it. It was all because I don't remember much about the trailer or the synopsis of the film. Just remembered hearing it was going to be like stupendous backdrops of New York and you need to see it in the big screen and all that, my pal says to me. So I went and seen it and I wasn't disappointed. And even watching it back there, I just think the kind of radius of New York and the way they've done it up to be like kind of Walking Dead-esque for the last 3 years in it. He's been himself for. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
It's nice, definitely. Because they've done really well with it. I mean, it's maybe only topped now with Last of Us. Because see all the stuff they done for that was superb, man. But I remember at the time going, this is mental looking. Let's see the other one that done it. I think that was it 28 days later, and it was London. It was just pure deed. You're like, off. This is something else.
See, even just the thought. I was reading some trivia there. Even just the thought of getting some of these major cities, a couple of streets shut down for half an hour or an hour is unbelievable, man. Especially New York. I mean, even the way it just starts, it's silence. It's just panning over, nothing, and it's decrepit. And you just hear the roar of the fucking Mustang engine, didn't you? And you're right into it. You're immersed into the movie, mate.
Oh, mate. Well, Will Smith in that says they were getting pelters for shutting the streets down so you have New Yorkers and all that. And I just hope there was somebody out there, like a taxi driver, just went, see you fuck off back to Bel Air and go and stay with your auntie. You've added fucking tours to my commute.
Hello. Yo, Will, whistle for a cab and when it came near. Not my fucking cab, you son of a bitch.
Oh, it's just...
You're moving with your auntie and your uncle into Bel Air.
Aye, but it must have just been chaos, man. But it was worth it. Because it's, like you say, the scene and all that for us is brilliant. Superb, man.
Aye, it's amazing. So, it was directed by Francis Lawrence, wasn't it?
Aye.
And what else did he do again? I'm trying to think.
The only one that I like of his, well, what he done before this was Constantine.
Okay.
See the other ones he done, it's like all the Hunger Games and stuff, and that's just no my cup of tea. That's just it's just teen masturbation stuff, that, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I'm not saying a word because I wasn't a teen at the time. But I liked the first one. I thought the other two were just drawn out, just garbage, and struggle to stay awake. The posters have actually been released for the new one today, and they look kind of smashing with the cast and all that. But it just seems to be a trend now where films are getting remade, and the time span between the two of them are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But good director there.
Because it gave us a wee meme or a gif of Jennifer Lawrence going like that, and I always remember people just going, "Smell your maw." It was just that's all I needed for it.
Pure Glaswegianism, which is probably something we're going to struggle with at the end of this, the Glaswegianisms, because how can you say I'm a legend and Glaswegian is just legend, mate? Legend, mate. Oh,
It's just really it, but
I am legend. Quality, man.
uh, but aye, like you says, Francis Lawrence, apart from Constantine, I wasn't into much LC stuff. And this, because I like this film. I do like it.
Aye, this is one of the ones back in the day that I kind of bought after the closing down sale of the last kind of blockbuster. You know what I mean? Get your DVDs and that here kind of stuff. That was one of them, and that it was excellent. I just love the film, man. As I say, the backdrops of New York are smashing. I read the bit. Obviously, I couldn't see it because I hadn't watched it that long ago, right? And I watched it last night, and I watched it again today. And you seen the Dawn of Justice billboard.
Aye.
I started quizzing myself, and I'm like, am I watching a new one? Am I watching? Was that in the original? I can't remember. I couldn't remember for the life of me. So I read up on it today, and it was for the although it's an Easter egg, it's the most. It's just a pure coincidence, wasn't it?
Aye. It's just obviously it's an Easter egg because of the writer that was involved with this, isn't he? He actually was part of doing the right. This is how long ago they've been trying to like reboot like DC that this was planned, but whatever happened with the writer.
The year 2000, and it came up with it, and the Warner Brothers poo-pooed it to go with Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight instead.
Aye.
So he just thought it'd be funny to throw in the Dawn of Justice emblem, which wasn't even still a thing when this film came out.
Aye.
But
and it's eerily accurate in it.
aye, very much so. It's just the Superman symbol inside the Batman sign, and brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I
So
can see that the writer,
one of the ones.
that writer, I think his name's like Aki Goldsman or something like that. He's actually
Eva Goldsman.
He's actually wrote some films, man. Like Beautiful Mind and all that. He's obviously done
Beautiful
some stuff because I think he done Batman and Robin or something too.
Oh, gee. Only been in much the new then because they're on bloody strike.
Get away from that, you know what you did.
Aye. As much as the backdrops, the scenery, and all that was all smashing, the kind of moving animation hasn't aged very well. Talking about the infected, chasing the deer and all that. The deer were all right because they were just so fast. But it's when the lions come in, you're like, oh.
Aye, mate, it was like it was like actually playing a computer game. Like it was like Red Dead Redemption or something. Just this mad animated deer just lying there, and you're like, oh no. But I remember in the pictures at the time going, oof, that looks pure real.
Aye. Because you shot yourself, that's why. I remember getting a pure fright at that bit. Because you're like, yeah, she's getting dinner. And then lioness gets it. But it's when Big King of the Jungle comes in with the Wayne and just goes like that. All right. Watch his eyes.
Man. Aye.
Aye. If you're not fast, there
you go, mate. It came through a full circle. Mufasa and Simba.
Aye, there you go.
Oh, but
brilliant.
Mate. There was a lot of the CGI. Like, even like you say the Darkseekers, as they're called in this, they're just some of it was really bad, wasn't it? It's
like that name.
Aye.
Darkseekers.
Aye. I can't remember what I was going to call them.
Just caught me infected, man. Because although they can smell blood like a shark, right? It's never really confirmed that they eat people or suck their blood. They're not really that, but obviously it must be a thing, you know what I mean?
Aye. Well, that's what I mean. See, according to the book, like the guy that wrote it, like Matheson, I think, or something his name was, he's right into making sausages. In the actual book, they were vampires. They were described as vampires, but for some reason in this film, they didn't know what to call them, vampires or zombies. They were just something else. You know what I mean?
Darkseekers, seekers of the dark.
Or we
Are
call
they?
them
Aye.
goths.
Aye. Back off, goth. Away at your corner and just, I will, funnily enough, see the Darkseekers when he sees them in the darkness and they're just in this mad rocking stasis. That's like goths at a Depeche Mode concert.
Aye. Oh,
That's
it's
weird, isn't it?
so- Aye. As mate, 'cause I remember this and all. See, obviously, that scene in the dark. I think it's a bank or something they're in. And obviously, for the
Aye,
audience,
under an underpass.
aye, it was a bit. Well, it must be a mob bank. Know what I mean? It's one of them that the Joker robbed.
Aye, but it was a big cartoon vault door, wasn't it? Jesus.
But it's me. It's like we can obviously see a lot more, but that's supposed to be pitch black in there. Know what I mean? But if you're watching that in the pictures, you're like, well, what am I looking at here? Sort of thing. Know what I mean? But it was tense and all, mate, because obviously Sam chases the deer in, but he's like, right, I need to go. And then he has to go back and get his dog. And I'm like, yes, mate, yes. You know what they bastards in that sign for them. You when you forgot your dog. Nobody forgets their dog.
Right on, William. That is dead tense, mate. But just in the interest of keeping people up to speed, if you've not seen this film, the premises is the apocalypse has kind of happened. There's been a virus. They think they found the cure to cancer. The cure to cancer has cured cancer, but it has side effects. Before you know it, people are getting infected, turn into a zombified vampiric state, and it's 3 years later. And he is the head, probably the World Organization for Health and the army, isn't he?
Aye, is it some general involved with the CDC or something? But I mean, you kind of get because there's flashbacks in the film as well, and it kind of shows you the situation that obviously he's had like close proximity to dealing with the virus and all that stuff, and it's just showing you them trying to evacuate New York and stuff. But it's everything has went kaput.
In a very short space of time, before you know it, the president's given, just to catch up the flashbacks, we're not going to get to them bit by bit. The president's given the order to shut off the island of Manhattan, which means blowing all the bridges and keeping all the infected contained. So he's trying to get his wife and his Wayne onto a helicopter and get them out of there. But just as they're leaving, there's a wee helicopter collision, and that's obviously killed his wife and his Wayne. His Wayne, that's actually Will Smith's Wayne that's in it.
Willow. That's her name, isn't it?
Willow. Do you know she got an award for that?
She did.
It's some backwater award, but it's like game. And award for the best child actress between the ages of 2 and 9 goes to Will Smith. Aye. Fucking acting, my boys. Doug's a better actor, man.
In saying this, Will Smith's acting in this is superb, by the way.
Top drawer, mate.
Like, I was looking to see if he was nominated for any awards and all that without doing the slapping route, but wasn't he? Know what I mean? I think the same year, I think he done Pursuit of Happiness, and that was nominated. But see with this, mate, the fact that he's just because I remember seeing the Revenant came out with Leonardo DiCaprio, and how there was a big deal made about how he was carrying the film himself. Know what I mean? Will Smith has literally done this in this film.
Exactly. You're 100% right, mate. And for what I read today, it was genuinely because the film fraternity thought that every role that Will Smith had played up to this point eventually led back to Will Smith being Will Smith. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the film that made them all stand up and take notice of him as having some chops. But obviously that day it was too late, nominations were in, but it's after this that they started realising, hey, this boy can act. Because you're right, mate, he carries this film on his own. Don't be wrong, up until its untimely demise, the dog, who's called Abby in real life, has got a huge role to play in this film and all. just for being his back and forth without answering him, you know what I mean? And part of the trivia as well was that Will actually asked the trainer if he could adopt the dog during the filming, and the trainer says no.
I know, mate. Heart broke twice. Aye, but there's so many things to it. Like, know what I mean? It's just obviously when he ends up in his depressing session, know what I mean? The dog dies, and then like obviously just the routine of things that he's been doing and stuff. Like obviously later on in the film, when the wee boy's watching Shrek, he just goes into drone mode, like without blinking sort of thing. Know what I mean? Like he's watched it that many times, and it's just like gives you a sense of things. Know what I mean? Plus,
Definitely.
he just like thinking the deterioration of his mental health as well. Living alone all this time. It's just slight wee things, but it's good, man. It's brilliant.
Apparently, part of his homework for doing this film was he went to talk to ex-prisoners that were in solitary confinement for a long, long time. And he says the one thing he took away for every one of them was they all said, get a routine, stick to it, don't deviate from it. It's the only thing that keeps your sanity. And talking about acting as well, mate, we've talked in the past about how some great acting can be measured without any words. And he does this in here. Until until you see him doing the pull-ups, right? He's shredded to buggery. Makes me sick, the boy. He's so shredded. But before you see that, he looks gaunt in the face, doesn't he?
Aye.
I think he does anyway.
It's weird. It's like a stressed look into it. It's just
Aye. He's just getting melted eyes, man. Just
aye. But aye. Chaos, man. But aye, like it says. And obviously there's other actors in this and stuff, but they just play wee bit parts. In fact, that gets on into that as well. See, obviously the guy that plays like the alpha, like mutant thing, he's in like a shit ton of films. Like so many. It's unreal. I think one of the first films is in his Sleepers. Know what I mean? You're going
Sleepers.
Holy bejesus. Know what I mean?
Nah, he's in a right good few things, man, the boy. But I mean, even when I was doing my socials and stuff, like plugging us doing this, I never even gave them a thought. I just thought all I used was Will Smith, Alice Braga, and the boy, whose name has just escaped me, Charlie Tahan, who's in Ozark, isn't he?
He's maybe I think he's one of the brothers, isn't he? And that lassie with the blonde hair. I can't remember her name, man.
One of your old Clamp brothers, man, gets shot in the ass.
You got pretty scam.
What a series that is, by the way. It's superb.
Aye, superb, man.
But, it's great the way it builds up. It just shows you him, his life, his routine, what's happening. His house, man. See if you were don't get me wrong, see today if this came out, every question would be, how did they fortify that house? Know what I mean? How did they get over his wife and daughter's death and then realise he's going to raise this dog and then fortify the house and outlive everybody else that get like on Island and blah, blah, blah. That's the mentality of the day, but it's not about that, isn't it, man?
Nah, you're just supposed escapism, isn't it? You're supposed to go, bad shit happened. He adapted. This is where we are. Know what I mean? That's I do that. I still do that with films. And then funnily enough, since that we started doing this is when I started going, hold on a fucking minute.
Keep diving. That's all right. That. Do you know what I was thinking watching this as well? It goes to the harbour every day, right? Where the sun is highest in the sky, waiting for people that never come, obviously, and that's where his wife and his daughter died in the helicopter crash. Right there.
Aye.
Right there. Are their bodies still there in that water in the helicopter? Start like that, man.
You're a creepy bastard.
You did there, you spooky bitch.
Oh, so wrong, man. But that's what I actually meant to ask you, I know, before we get right into this. Because I seen this on Twitter. I was just bounding about. if you woke up and you were the last man, hey,
Round and
save
about.
yourself. What is this racquetball? Right. See, if you woke up tomorrow and you were the last man on earth, what was your day and your first day?
My very first day.
Aye.
My very first day would be a day of mourning for my
I knew you were going to
family,
say
my
that, but
friends,
that's a
my
cop out.
loved ones.
Don't try and score brownie points on here, you fanny.
Day two would be. I don't know. It's my honest answer. I think, like him and like every other apocalyptic movie we've seen, and did you ever watch that comedy, The Last Man on Earth series? 4 or 5 series long. It's really good. Just starts as this guy, it's the last guy on Earth, but it's brilliant. I think I would do all of that. I would go to car showrooms, I'd go to museums and just lift what I liked, eat what I like, run about naked. I don't know. I've nothing in my bucket list that I would just go and do, but I would just over time probably do everything that he would do. Aye. How would you do? You've thought about this, haven't you?
Oh, 100%, mate. I'd go to the highest building on the planet and just helicopter. This is mine!
Helicopter.
Aye. Swing your bobby.
Oh, that helicopter. I think we're going to jump off like a helicopter.
No, just go, hey! But no, you're lucky,
That's
mate.
a thought.
Some bastard would know. Wee dick. Then you would
Get
spend
yourself
the rest of
put-
eternity hunting them.
Aye, get yourself put on the big screen at the top of the concert hall at Buchanan Street. Hello.
Times Square, all these screens, just like, hey!
Go to the Rangers shop and get a ball and go and score at Ibrox, and because nobody else is fucking scoring the new at Ibrox, you know what I mean? In a blue jersey.
True. Aye.
But
It's
just like that, mate. Yeah, I always said enough there was a zombie apocalypse. I want to be holed up in Asda. Everything in Asda.
That's because they don't know the dead, mate. That's because of. I thought about that and all. Like, my home base would be the Forge.
Well, there you go. Even better. Up in that glass roof and on it. And obviously, big giant containers are outside there, emergency generators. Just get them on, man. Keep your freezers going and all that. Have your sell a fucking rare turn, know what I mean? But I do everything. And you'd be the best dressed last person there. So you would. No teeth.
I just thought about that and all. Like, if you were flashing your mobile and there was one other person staying alive, and you'd be hunting them for the rest of your days. Like, why are you hunting them? In case they told somebody?
Aye. I'd be hunting them with a measuring tape. Come here, you. We're doing measures.
Oh, just
So, box office wise, right, this film cost £150 million in what was best part of like 17 years ago, which is pretty hefty. Do you know what I mean? You can see where most of it's been spent, obviously. Wouldn't like to guess how much Will Smith got for doing it. But it did make back $585.5 million US worldwide, which is excellent. More than I actually thought it would have took back in, so it was popular.
yeah. I do remember it doing well, and then I remember Three Little Birds get fired back into everybody's psyche because everybody was listening to it after that. Know what I mean?
How to trigger an audience, right? I don't like Bob Marley. But I actually sigh when I hear his music. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do that Billy Connolly thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you've just
Nothing against him, man.
Aye. You've just no fun the right song, son.
It just
If I
doesn't
did-
plunk my twanger. Just
Aye,
doesn't
well-
go. Doesn't hit me.
Well, he's actually got a biopic film coming out. I think it's this year. So that
Oh,
might
you're joking now. That sounds interesting. No,
that might sway you. That might sway you, mate. Just like me with Elvis, because I wasn't.
no, listen.
And
Aye,
Elvis.
see the man, see his story, see what he stood for. Tremendous. But see his music, man. Unless it was King Willie himself from fucking Predator 2 that invited him into the back of his motor, I would be turning that tape recorder right off, man.
Oh
Boom,
dear.
And I think all my pals were smoking hash and listening to him and all. When I was younger, and it just put me right off. Where I was in my enemy corner listening to Simon Garfunkel and all that. You know what I mean? I was a
Yeah.
thinker. I was like, Ma, get me some easy listening out for your era. I'll listen to that.
Was it dream coats and petticoats?
Oh, that's a rock and roll for the 50s, man. That's Buddy Holly into the side of the mountain shit. Oh, Simon Garfunkel, Sound of Silence, and all that. Amazing. Hello, darkness, my old friend. That's what the infected sing at the end of every morning shift when they get to their wee
I can see why
underpass.
you wanted to Bob Marley there. Oh dear, man.
Bob Marley, sound the same. Cause every little song gonna be a lot of shite. There you go. Triggered, everybody. You're welcome.
But oh, what was I going to say? Aye. The only one thing that I didn't like about this film, right? No, in a way,
Just
it
one
was kind
thing.
of put. Aye, the one thing. Well, obviously, you can't help with CGI because like stuff is going to age. Know what I mean? You can't help that.
Aye, I've got no problem with it. Aye.
But see, the one thing, and I don't know why they went down this route, but it was like the God's plan, God's message, pish. Like, because see the opening scene when he's driving about. The first thing you see is like signs, and it's like a butterfly, and like God has not forsaken us or some shit, right? Then his daughter says to him, "Look at the butterfly." Then he sees the butterfly. Then at the end, the glass. Well, depends what ending you watch. The glass breaks in the shape of a butterfly, and it's like, and I'm just going right. So hold on the new. Everybody had to die. This poor bastard had to live his cell for what 3-4 years. His Doug had to die defending him.
You dug a rest, mate.
For God's message. You know what I mean?
Hold you. Pause. Just pause before you say that, Doug, again. See, that's the way you've took that, right? And I can totally understand why. I think every mention or thing with a god, every wee Easter egg of God in religion is to forsake it. Because where is he? Is this his plan? Is this the way it should be? And then Robert himself, I think, stays originally in New York where he's got a God complex. Do you know what I mean? He's the man. I'm the only guy who can fix it. I need to stay here. It's ground zero. I can't do this anywhere bar here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously at the end, when comes in, that's the annoying bit. That's the who you pushing to hen. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about. That's probably the one thing I don't like about it. Because it's like there could have been so much more things to do with it, know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just say there was like her journey to New York was just trouble and all that stuff, but this was God and this is the message. You know what I mean? It was just like
Totally.
I don't believe you. see if this is God's plan. I reckon the man should be sacked and we get a new one in. Have you seen the state of this bloody place?
I've been saying that since Sunday. Get him out. Get a new one in. Bastard's not working.
Get him out, Sean.
You know, but there you go. God complex again. He's got a picture of himself in front of Time magazine on his fridge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's not a memory you want to keep around. The wife and the Wayne, yes. Doug and all that, yes. Important information in a scrapbook, but if you've lost everything and in his head he's lost everybody, he thinks he's the last man on earth. Oh, but at least I was on the Time magazine there. I was some boy back in my day, huh? Sam, look at that. Lick yourself at that image.
Oh, lick yourself. Aye.
What was that? Was the only thing you didn't like about it? Then?
Aye, really. I mean, you can try and compare it to like, the Omega Man and all that, but when they redo these films and all that, they're never going to be the same. Know what I mean? But it was just the way they kind of went down that road that was like, fucking, come on, man. Like, that's like, even at, like, see the way like, the ending I watched, it was like Robert kind of became God as well. Know what I mean?
Aye.
Like, he gave, like, he became Jesus practically, and we are his people. Know what I mean? He gave us this.
Hey!
I know what I mean. Better the fact or all, he's gave the cure to people that are living on a farm. How are we going to mass produce this, lads?
Aye, get Dolly out, fuck's sake. So, listen, I've not got a problem. I can totally see where you're coming from, but that irked me when she was in his house 5 minutes and telling him that everything he's said and everything he's experienced is wrong because this is all God's plan, big smile on her face, waving that fucking cross in front of him. I'd have broke her neck. Never mind, gave her it both barrels, you know what I mean?
She'd have been fucking
So that,
roadhoused.
that did annoy me. I've got more questions than annoyances, and I wonder if they're deliberately done. The big one being him getting trapped, right? Him falling for the upside down trap thing, right?
Aye.
So did he move Fred and set that trap and just not remember doing it? Or had the infected or the seekers of the Darkseekers, had they evolved so damn much that they set the trap with his stuff to get back now Alpha's woman?
Aye. Well, that's part of a deleted scene where he goes back out with Anna and her son to where that happened. And there's like a kind of
I watched that one. I've got that deleted scene.
Aye, well, that was
This
the
is
whole
my
thing.
stuff. This is my rig.
Aye, they can't do this sort of thing. So where have they learned it? Sort of thing. Know what I mean? And that's where see the alternative ending. Instead of Robert blowing himself up with a grenade, he horns back
Aye.
the missus to Alpha. It was to signify that they were creating their own kind of culture, sort of thing. Know what I mean? Because apparently in the book, Robert still kills himself, but he's captured with these people, but they're intelligent and they talk and all this stuff. Know what I mean? And
Right.
he sees himself as the monster, and he sees that they're starting like a new culture sort of thing. Know what I mean? So,
Well, I'm maybe need to give the book a read then. As a movie goer, it's that because as I say, I've got that deleted. I watched that deleted scene, and he takes her out after it. They shouldn't be able to do this. It's my stuff. It's my rig. And she says to him, maybe they've evolved, and he just denies it right away. He goes, no, they can't. They've not evolved. They've got no emotion. They don't feel love. Don't feel hate. Don't feel. He's just very adamant in it. But it does play with your mind a bit, and I could totally see if the director says to me as well, nah, we went another way and just Robert actually done that, but he's been alone so much that he can't remember doing it. That's why the mannequins have moved. And funny bit of trivia as well. But excuse me, some of the mannequins were played by actors at certain points in this film.
Aye. Aye. I read that myself, and it was to
Mess with our heads.
I mess with you, like see it from his perspective, because I remember see that scene they're talking about with the upside down trap.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being in the pictures, and I'm like, I went, that did fucking move. I'm like, that did move. You know what I mean? I've got him half my nut. It was just, aye. And I mean,
no, Fred.
That's how I was getting kind of going like, how like advanced are these mutants then? Have they made that move? Know what I mean? I mean, whatever. But
Right, so they've built that trap for him, right? I mean, they've balanced a taxi, for fuck's sake, on the edge of a bridge. Jesus. Put it in a puddle, all that stuff. But they've not realised that they could probably go into Macy's and get a hoodie and a pair of gloves, a big pair of ski goggles, and come out during the day. No.
Well,
So we I say it's mere questions and annoyances. I like it anyway. You were to explain that to me, but I do fancy getting the book now and having a wee read at that because it sounds a wee bit more informative. Will Smith's acting again. We'll get back into it. How did you find his back and forths with the mannequins, with the dog, stuff like that?
it was fine. It was good. You know what I mean? Because it was like, so when you go to for Sam, like when he was talking to the dog, I think he imparted what he would have been saying to his daughter onto her. Know what I mean? Sort of thing. And I think that's why he always played, see, Three Little Birds, because his daughter was called Marley in it. So I think that was to kind of blend that together, sort of thing. But the mannequins, I think that was just keep a schedule, keep a routine to keep your mind going. So I mean, so I'm guessing he went to that same video shop like every day at the same time, said the same thing. Know what I mean? It's just
It says as much to the mannequin clerk, see in the morning again. Do you know what I mean? And he brings back a DVD, places it nicely back in what we're looking for today. See that woman mannequin that he eventually says hello to and all that? She's standing in the scud section. Do you notice that?
You dirty bastard, you.
She's in there looking at Womb Raider and fucking Lord of My Rings. No, that, you know.
Lord of My Rings. Fucking hell, man. It's Rebels.
And the other big fur coat. Anyone wants to say hello to you.
But later on, obviously, as he loses Sam as well. Like,
I go to that, mate.
And no, just still talking about when he's talking about the mannequin. Something's changed in his routine. Sam's not there anymore, and he has a breakdown talking to this mannequin that would normally never happen. You know what I mean? So that's what I was starting to wonder. I know if his mind was starting to go.
So that's what I want to ask. That's why I was about to ask you. So he loses Sam, right? His routine's out the window. He's heartbroken. He's obviously Sam saved his life, right, with the devil dogs. He takes her home, tries to gear the variant 6. Obviously doesn't work. He's sitting singing Three Little Birds to her, sees her eyes gone, sees the teeth gone, hair's coming out. She turns, and then as I know, oh Jesus Christ, as we were talking about on Saturday over a couple of halves, you just see him and you hear the dog kind of expiring in his arms. What do you think? So does he break her neck? Does he choke her? Does he gear lethal injection? What do you think?
Well, I remember having
it's a strong dog, a German Shepherd, as you know.
Oh, hi, they're a bastard. You can't get that one into the fucking bath when it needs a bath. But I can't remember who it was I had this conversation with, but they weren't sure if. But long before that, but it was like the injection. They didn't know if that was to like put her out of misery sort of thing, or it was that cure that they thought would work. But in my opinion, and what makes that scene worse is I think he just like choked the life out of her. Know what I mean? And it's horrible, man. It's horrible.
I think you're right, I know, because it's a mercy killing. To be, if you can say it that way, the dog's probably actually died and then turned, and then he's killing it again. But you can see his face; he's just the strain in it.
Yeah,
it must be like the hardest thing, as you say, because he doesn't see Sam as a dog; he sees her as a companion, an equal, a child. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. He's like one, and it was also the last thing left. Like his family. Know what I mean? It was like the last thing he received for his family. It was like John Wick. Know what I mean? It's just,
mate.
It was.
It was a beautiful puppy, wasn't it? Beautiful puppy. Be Sam, wasn't it? Oh,
but that's what I mean, mate. It's just, I watched that last night, and I was just, strawberries didn't taste the same. Fucking wiping my arse, it felt like I was wiping a stranger's arse. It just didn't.
I hate that feeling. Wiping somebody else's arse.
I know. Well, see, I got up and gave the dog a fucking treat when she wasn't due, man. I was like, here, fucking here, in case that happens.
No, that's for you, Hen. You deserve that.
Oh,
So that death obviously pushes him over the edge. It's then he decides what I think to just do himself in, but take as many of them with him as he possibly can.
aye, 100%. That was it. Suicide by mutant, they'll call it. Know what I mean? It's because, aye, it's like he's lost all hope, isn't he? It was like the last thing he was clinging to. I mean, there's nobody else out there. He's there all alone and all that stuff. And like he says, he just goes out there. But I'm curious to know how the mutants knew he was out there. Does that mean they've been following him all through the day and all that? Which means...
No, he left a trail. He left a blood trail.
Did he?
Aye, see at the end of the pier, he puts like a mannequin with a hoodie on it.
Aye.
So that's all they can see. He's left maybe that was my deleted thing that you've seen. He's left bits of blood. So he has leading up to it. So that's how they all. I love this bit. See when you see for the back of them, just their feet appearing and they're sneaking.
Aye.
And then when they all run en masse, but it's silence because it's their bare feet on the concrete. It's fucking scary and brilliant, man.
It's good. No, that's what I was just. That wasn't the version I watched because it just goes for him burying Sam, like getting up. Then it's nighttime. Know what I mean? So I was like wondering, did they follow him like through the day? And if that's the case,
Doesn't go home. Well, he does get home, but his legs no fixed yet because it's not until he meets Anna that she fixes his legs. So the blood for his legs he's no covering his tracks with that bottle of what is in that, man.
it's a knife. It was a knife he was trying to mind cut the wire with. But
aye, I'm saying, see the stuff that he covers his tracks with, the big bottles.
Aye, I'm
pours.
just guessing it's petrol or something. Petrol kills
Aye,
these things. Aye, there we. Hey, have some of that, lads.
He's had chippy vinegar. That's the stuff. Aye, so he gets out to there, doesn't he, man? And they all run for it, but they've all ran past him, who's actually in the car, turns the UV lights on and just starts playing like 10-pin bowling with the motor, doesn't he?
I see. It's good that and all that. Like the mutants don't really care. Again, it's like different because I think they were more intelligent and stuff. And I remember in Omega, man, they were more intelligent. You know what I mean? They had conversations and stuff. Where these just look like brainless monsters because they're just throwing themselves at his motor to attack his motor and all that into it. And it's just.
They're doing what the Alpha's telling them to. Aye. They're laying down their lives for him, for his goal. Little does he know that Alpha wants his bird back. Do you know what I mean? Who, during the medical examination, was somewhere between 18 and 20. So, I mean, she was like between 15 and 18 before she turned. Dirty bastard. But aye, well. So there's a bit of back and forth with that. He gets a good few of them down, doesn't he? And then eventually the Rami's motor nearly put me on the side, didn't he?
See what's actually like at the beginning of the film as well. See, obviously when he does lockdown in his house, and it's just him and Sam in the bath, and you don't know what's going on outside and on it, and you just know that this is a nightly occurrence, man. That must have made you paranoid. Just lying in that bath the whole night like that. Well, don't definitely. You fart, Doug.
Because he says himself, well, I don't know if you've seen it, but in the deleted scene, when she says to him about have they evolved, and he says, no. One of his rationales is that they're getting more brazen because they're running out of food, so they're looking further and further afield. So you're like, why do they know, if they're getting a wee bit more intelligent, they're looking for something that they can't find, why do they know tarnished his house anyway, regardless of it being in darkness? They'll just go at Andy, aye, that big house there, that's immaculate, that. You been in there yet? No, I have not there, Davy. Do you want to, we'll go for it. You're quite good at pulling the stuff out the roof and that, and big hole and that, aren't you? Aye.
just love how sound like two monkeys in the tune. Oh, wait, you lazy bastard. But
anyway, he's no sooner he's about to meet his maker into man, and then all of the lights, Madonna turns up, and it's that.
rescues them.
That's what I didn't like. See that fucking flitting in and out of hazy consciousness kind of montagey bit where she's dragged him out a fucking upside down motor, put him in her car, and manages to get an address off him and pointed out in a map.
Aye.
Aye.
I mean, I've been in the back of taxis where everybody's drunk and nobody remembers an address.
Apparently.
But
So there's that.
I suppose
Didn't like that, but
suppose it gets us to where we need to be. Know what I mean? No, true. But just help. In fact, you said what you didn't like. No, what was your favourite bit of the film?
New York, just the vast scopes of how they made it up. And I don't know, I just think the whole pacing on that was great. The flashbacks, there was only 3 flashbacks. That was plenty. And you'd never
Yeah.
even had to see the kind of money shot. You never had to see her plane going down and the Wayne's plane going down. It was enough. And it's sort of, they were perfectly placed in a manner that the film was kind of like in 3 stages. It was, here's Robert and his dog, this is what they do every day. Oh, here's the evil cunt, she's trying to hide from what's happened. And here's Anna in the end game. That was it. It was plenty, man. I just thought it was, the whole story was well paced, well written, and smashingly acted by all of the above.
Definitely, mate. Aye, I'll agree with you there. Aye. Have you got a particular favourite scene?
I just, the whole feeling of dread after he cuts himself down and waiting in the dugs crossing that beam of light. That's
Aye.
pure tension and excitement, and I enjoyed it. And it was the most heroic and heartbreaking bit in the whole film and all, because Sam saves his life twice at the cost of hers. Do you know what I mean? So that whole bit, that's my favourite. It's yours.
It's the exact same, mate. The exact same. I was going to try and pull a joke and go, it's that bit when he chokes his dog to death, but I'd end up greeting. You know what I mean? And it's there's not enough smarties in the world to cheer me up after that.
Chokes a poor dog to death, then you just see him in the next scene sitting eating out a cold can of pedigree chum.
Which then leads me to the next point. And I said this to you today, but I've never actually said this to people before. When he gets up after being rescued and she is cooking the bacon, right? And obviously he's raging about it. And I was saving that bacon, right? I firmly believe he was saving that for Sam's birthday. There you go. There you go. No, is she a nice person? No, she is dead dog's bacon.
Aye, mate. I know why the directors put that bit in there about the saving their bacon. Saving their motherfucking bacon. I know why I put it in there, because it should be the last thing in his mind, but it isn't. That's what's on his mind. And Sam's just died. So, do you know what? I'm going with you, mate. I think you've got a fucking more than valid point there. It's got no basis, it's got no substance, it's got no evidence, but I'm fucking up there with you, mate. It's a dog's bacon. She'd no right touching it.
But this is also why I think it is, because he's angry at himself about saving the bacon for Sam. Because he was always, that's how it leads into the theory. So he always goes to the video shop. He always acts out the same day to keep a routine. And the day never came to have that bacon. And now Sam's away. And that's why he's raging.
And the day was never meant to come to have that bacon, because it would have changed the routine. But then he was going to off himself as well, so the bacon would never get touched. But aye, that bacon, I tell you. But aye, something to be said, even in the apocalypse, waking up in your own house and somebody fucking getting beasted right into your powdered eggs and your bacon, you know what I mean? A cheeky bastard. Who told you could touch that then? Is that my Shrek he's got on? Is that my good Shrek?
Oh my good Shrek. Oh dear.
That was that was a thing I read, I know, about obviously Shrek's something that he probably watched with his daughter, right? But all the news feeds, all the old tapes that he's watching, like Good Morning TV and the weather and all that stuff. I never thought about why he had them or how he recorded them. At first, I thought it was a wee bit maybe his ego trip because he was in the news, because he was later on. But as I read, he's just went to the local news station and just took their tapes, because he's done the same with paintings in the galleries, done the same with food in the supermarket, clays in the clay shop. Simple. Just never thought that he would walk into ITV. I'll have you. Oh, Holly Willoughby, I like her. Take that. You know what I mean?
Sitting there eating his powdered eggs. Hi, I'm John Mackay.
This is your news on Scotland Today. Man farts in lift breaks down, woman chokes. Bong.
The last survivor in Glasgow has killed his rescuer woman after she ate his good kebab that he was keeping there. But it's just, no. That's how he just makes a big deal about the bacon. You know what I mean? And that's where I reckon it is. Because it was like that. See, when the mind were going rummaging for supplies and stuff and they find the spam, it was like,
actual spam. You're getting a wee bit of that tonight, Samantha.
You know I mean?
Want to spam you right in your doggy bits tonight? And red salmon, man. And that was the first time he'd been in that house, and it looked pretty stacked, man. It looked well stocked. Maybe this Walking Dead where there's fuck all left, pish. At death's door. You know what I mean? But even when at the start, when he goes back and he makes dinner for him and Sam, and it's like vegetables, rice, and ragu or something, she gets the same as him. She's like, eat your vegetables, now. You better eat your vegetables. I'm telling you, don't push them about in your plate and stuff. See, when he takes that jar of ragu out of the cupboard, he replaces it with the exact same, another jar. And obviously, they're like, what the fuck?
That's
what I mean?
That's where I'm getting this theory that he was saving the bacon for her. But every single day, they eat the same thing. That's what I'm thinking. Every single day, he watched the same videotapes. Every single day, just living the same day, air and air, whilst trying to find a cure. That's how I think, obviously, he's kind of spun his nut. Know what I mean?
That was a Glaswegian film, and he says, I was saving that bacon. She'd about that. I've just fucking saved your bacon, mate. All right.
Scudded a million up with a frying pan for good measure.
Eat your powdered eggs, shut your hole. All right.
No, see another thing, by the way, I was reading about this. They were actually going to get Ridley Scott to direct this, but this was way back in the 90s, right? Ridley Scott to direct it, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to star in it. I'm just thinking,
it's a totally different movie, isn't it?
Aye, it's the action-packed movie, which I think is more aligned with Omega Man. You know what I mean?
Whereas this one, less is more.
Aye.
You don't see a lot of the Darkseekers. They don't interact every scene with them. It's just the two major ones in it. Well, three major ones. The underpass, the trap, and the house raid at the end. You know what I mean?
Aye, that's it. It's just that's a very align. This one it aligns very closely with Signs, doesn't it? Like everything happens for a reason, sort of stuff.
Aye.
Yeah, just. Although I liked it with Signs, I didn't like it with this. Like, oh, is that right? Aye, everybody had to die. Aye, but very good, very good. But like we touched on it, obviously when he's watching Shrek and he just rhymes it off, you just know he's watched it over 200 times. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And they two are just staring at him like, this guy's went off his nut.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd like to think of myself as no being half man up. However, if you could come up and sit and watch Jurassic World, Megamind, or something like that with me. Right now it's Mario, the Super Mario film. I could sit and recite it, word for word, no bother.
Oh, them were the days.
Them other days.
Aye.
That's the days I know having Wayne's, mate. Just,
But-
Daddy, I watch Mario. Aye.
Oh,
Anyway, it's pretty, I like it, I know, but it's just one of them.
but the film all comes to an end on it anyway. That obviously the mutants find the house, shit goes wrong. What did you think of the finale?
Well, here's the thing, mate. Here's the thing, listening audience and watching people of Podland. The two of us watched the two different endings, didn't we? You watched the theatrical one, and I watched the alternative one with deleted scenes, apparently. So the theatrical one, and it's not just because I watched it, I like the alternative ending better. There's a bit more optimism about the end, a bit more hang me for hope. You see Robert crack a fucking smile in the car, and then, but I didn't like the fact that she took over his speech on the airwaves. I didn't like that. But I like the alternative ending better, mate, because it shows a lot of things. It shows that you say that the Darkseekers are evolved to a place where they could see what he's trying to do and they've let him go on with it. Don't fuck my woman. No? And they're just the whole Vancouver thing. Let's drive up to Vancouver. There's a camp of people. They're all happy as fuck. Do you know what I mean? Nah, I don't know about that. I like a happy ending.
Aye.
Whereas all his research on the cusp of a cure, got the cure basically, is blown up into smithereens. World's dead. You know what I mean?
Aye. That's it. It's just, aye. Well, obviously, they're talking about making a second one of this, and they're going to go with the alternative ending, right? But
Have you read much up in this second one? I've just seen clips and all that. There's been no script release, story like that. What are they going to go doing? They're going to go doing that they found the cure and
I've no idea, mate.
try to implement it.
I think Michael B. Jordan's in it at some point, so I don't know what this signifies. Maybe he's had a son. I don't know. It's just. I guess
Come on, Anna.
You know what I mean? But it's just as it is, isn't it? What I say is,
I don't think Ethan's her son.
probably isn't it, mate? Probably gets.
She never says to him, my son. She never refers to him as her child. Once she just says,
in The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? All these man.
aye, 5 A's heard you in the radio and decided to come and look for you. And have you? Aye, only 2 now, but all 3 get chowed, man.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
See, I thought they could have kind of made that film. See her journey, getting to New York, sort of thing. But
you know what? I'm not interested in that cow's journey at all. I'm really not. That would just be, and I mean this with the greatest film in the world, mate, but that would just be another excuse to make an all-female kind of 95% female cast film on the back of what I consider a classic movie that nobody really cares about. You know what I mean? Yeah. So do you know what? It probably will happen.
Aye. No, but the ending I seen, obviously, in the pictures and all that, with a big butterfly thing. At the time, I was like, oh, that's pure amazing. That's pure, it's all... The daughter told him the message was at the start, fully the butterflies, you know what I mean? But now I'm like, fuck off. Like, come on.
Seeing your ending, right? The butterfly shape breaks into the glass, doesn't it?
Aye.
Whereas in my ending, the alpha comes in, stookies the glass, and then uses his blood to make a butterfly, as if that's what I'm here for, because his blood's got a butterfly tattoo.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Aye,
I was like, I don't remember that, man.
Aye, whereas, see when he's looking about the room, he sees the butterfly and the perspex stuff, and it's Anna has got the butterfly on her neck instead of the mutant, know what I mean? Because it was like, let's say, mate, you're a hound, you're a mutant.
Oh, hen. I'll phone you a tick. No, you're a mutant. Come on.
Your fucking mom used to
This-
try and beat to you so the dog would play with you. Fuck off.
And he's splitting. This isn't Student Thursday anymore. Last night was great and all that, but you are a absolute mutant. Bolt.
Oh, but it's just, it was the whole, see, like I've already said, mate, it was the whole Jesus martyr thing, know what I mean? Follow the signs, know what I mean? He gives her the vial of blood. Here's the cure. Go now. Tell people what you have heard here today. Know what I mean?
Run, Forrest. Run.
Aye. Then he martyrs
Aye.
himself, know what I mean? And you get her talking at the end going, this is when it happened. This is when Hangme found the cure. This is when Robert gave up his life for us.
Aye.
We are his people. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Fuck off.
I don't get it. Because if you remember correctly, there was the cure only worked if you administered it in a certain way, which was on ice, which you never figured out. So she's going like that, hey, cure. Nah, you're all right then. So at least he's where. Bit of hope for optimism. Going to Vancouver in the car and all that jazz. But that in itself is a problem as well, because they go over a bridge. How?
Aye.
All the bridges were blown up.
Aye.
Did they get a bridge in this car? And he smiles at her. You're like, hold on. You know what I mean? There you go.
Chitty bang bang and the motor flies.
Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. You
If
hate
you
that
can
film,
dream
don't
it,
you?
Anna, you can do it.
You got to see it to believe it.
Oh.
Happy Feet too, man.
Oh.
Brilliant. Might do that.
Aye. Oh no, mate. Aye. I still think it's good, although it has its flaws. But I still think it's good, man.
It's that good, mate. I mean, I've given it an 8, right? I'll stick with my 8 out of 10. If it's on next week on ITV2 or something, I happen upon it, I'll sit and watch it again. It's smashing.
Aye.
I think Will Smith doesn't get enough credit for his acting role in this. Just, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I had a look through his films, and I would say this film is my favourite out of the films he's done.
I was just going to ask you, what is your favourite Will Smith movie?
I reckon it would be this. Know what I mean? Because I like these films, see, like the apocalypse films and
Why?
a man and his dog, sort of shit like that. Know what I mean? It's just that's my niche, as they say. My niche.
Why? I'm the same. Zombies, end of the world, and then even the odd kind of vampire ones and all that, kind of like the Strain and all that. It's a bit pish, but I watch it. It's got right. Did you ever watch Van Helsing series?
Aye.
That was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a hard first 6 or 7 episodes, but I was smashing after it.
Aye. Like I say, see when this came out, anything that had zombies in it, anything apocalyptic and all that, me and my brother were like that. I want to see that. I want to see that, and I want to see that. that was the whole thing. Know what I mean?
Definitely good. I mean, we never even touched on like the opening chase through New York, the deer running down the underpass and back out and all that kind of stuff. It was just smashing. Him driving up on the sidewalk underneath the scaffolding and chasing Sam into the darkness and all that. It's smashing. I would strongly urge anybody to watch it who hasn't. If you've not watched it, just ring me, man.
What you doing, man?
What you doing, man? Like, why you just stop going to see Barbie? Why you just stop doing that, mate? That's back out in IMAX this week.
I know. I nearly get drunk and said, I'll go see it with the Waynes. Fuck for that, man. Woo! Oh.
For what I've heard, I'm no dissing anybody that likes Barbie. If that's your thing, brilliant. But even some of the most vermin, kind of chauvinistic male critics have said it's a masterpiece for what it is. Because it is it's set in you need to look beyond it, where it is. It's set in Barbie's world, and it is her rules. So it's no derogatory to men or the male form in this life because it's in Barbie world. And that's just how shit happens. You know what I mean? So no doubt I'll watch it at some point to tell you, but I'm gonna make a day out of it with my pink Stetson on. You know.
Oh, aye, that's just for special evenings that.
So what you watching now, mate? This is what I wanted to say to you earlier on. What you watching now?
Well, I went through a massive spree of just watching random films. So
All right.
I went to see Strays. That's a comedic one with Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx and that voice and Doug's. And
All right.
for what it was, I enjoyed it. I watched the
Daft you.
the last voyage of the Dementor. It's about the story of the boat that took Dracula from Romania to London. It was about that.
Just got a flashback of you saying this to me on Saturday.
Hi, mate. I like that, mate. That was good. I watched another one, Cobweb. Wait to see that. That was a bit shifty, but it kind of worked it. But other than that, mate, it's just been the usual. Oh, that's the other one. I nearly forgot about this. The Meg 2. I went to see the Meg 2.
Oh dear.
Jesus, man. Jesus. Mate, it's called the Meg 2, right? You know, I don't think there's any sharks in it for like the first hour, 10 minutes.
Seriously?
Mate, it went. It just went for, you know how Jurassic Park, you go to dinosaurs and all that, blah, blah, blah. It was like, went from Jurassic Park all the way to Jurassic Park Domination, or whatever it is. But the companies with the big bad bastards again. You know what I mean? I was like, okay.
Always.
But
it's them cyber guys. Want to make a quick buck, eh?
But apart from that, mate, it's just been the odd. I'm thinking about going back to watch a TV series, Oz. It's about the jails in America.
No, I did start that. Neither I did.
The first thing I seen Gene Simmons in, so I was like, I'll just give that another watch again at some point.
Aye.
But other than that, mate,
sounds good, mate.
What about
I was
yourself?
stuck in between. What about myself here? We're like Colin and Paul here, and now James as well. Congratulations, James, enjoying the Seismic Cinema. A smashing addition.
That reminds me, James wasn't a fan of I Am Legend. He liked Omega Man better.
Wasn't?
Yes.
Which is perfectly all right, by the way, James. Each to their own, no, that jazz.
I understand what he's getting at.
I've not seen that Omega Man in a long time, to be honest with you. I'd imagine it'd be quite dated now, but
I've not seen it in Don McLean measurements of time.
Well, long time ago. Aye, so I was in between stuff, so I watched Still Game again, back to back, start to finish, while I decided on something to watch. But I started, and I'm up to date in Ahsoka, which is an extremely low burner. Colin has been doing some podcasts on it. He's very excited about it and stuff. They've got to episode 3, he's on it with James. It's a lot of Colin talking to James about Rebels and getting him a catch up, which is quite good. Ahsoka's it's hard, but episode 4 has fucking saved it in my opinion. Because I was going to tap it, but episode 4 was so good. I'm like, right, I'll tune in next week because it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. But what I did happen upon the other day, and I know everybody's been talking about it, and I texted you last night and I says, I'm going to start this Only Murderers in the Building, and it's brilliant. It's just so good. Martin Short and Steve Martin should just have made everything together for the day they were born, man, because they're just so good together. And Selena Gomez as well, smashing. Although every time I turn away from the telly or shut my eyes and I hear her voice, I just think of Maybe Wavy at a Hotel Transylvania. You know what I mean? Maybe Wavy, happy birthday. Blah, blah, blah. I don't say blah, blah, blah. You say blah, blah, blah.
I know
So I've
you're
been watching them.
meaning.
And I've got to picture see something recently. And I can't mind now what it was. Okay, aye, we've talked about it. It was Oppenheimer. Jesus, that was ages ago. I need to start using my card, mate.
Aye.
But we've not even got an hour, 2 hours for a pod some weeks, and I'm can't get to a bloody cinema, you know what I mean?
Aye. See, because I'm walking distance for a cinema. See if I go like that, know how you usually do.
Aye, see, because I'm walking distance. See, I've no, don't have a fucking bub take my money off me. See, I've no get Wayne's asking for pocket money. See, because I can do what the fuck I want. I can just like sit in the toilet with the door open and all that. See, because of that, I just do a lanyard.
Scratching my balls in the kitchen.
Sometimes I buy 2 seats. You know that way, and just one for all my sweeties and one for me.
But no, mate, I was getting you out there. But aye, it's just because it's like walking. See how you like late at night you'll go, fuck it, I'll put it on Netflix and see whatever's on. I'll check whatever's on at the cinema and just go, fuck it, 10 minutes, walk up and I'll be there. But
right. There's nothing out the new really, is there? Some stuff in the horizon for later in the year.
Oh, I just seen another one.
June 2. I've still not seen June 1.
Aye. June's coming out. I think the other one is The Creator. That looks decent.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for that. Oppenheimer, that does look good.
Aye.
So it does.
And there was another one I seen there. It's got Tom Hardy in it. And the guy
Thomas Hardy.
the
one
guy
for the
done,
ladies, huh?
the guy that done Elvis. Can't remember his name again.
Butler. Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. They're in it.
Thank
and
you,
they're in like a biker gang. I think it's called the Bike Riders or something. I don't know. I don't know where the imagination came up with that fucking title, mate. But they got me.
Picture the scene. They're in this gang with bikers. I think it's called Bike Gang.
Mate, I tell you, it's like describe this film. Basically, they just went bike riders, mate. I'll be a belter Saturday that minute. Make a Glaswegian man up for that. Well, it is Glaswegian already. Bike riders.
Unless you're rubbish at getting your hole and you can call Shite Rider. Call Shite Rider.
Snide Rider.
Snide Rider. That's even better, mate. So, listen, guys, I'm going to go now and maybe try and get some dinner before it's bed. Well, it is bedtime, really, but take this dug it. Sure you're the same, mate. Need to take wee Sam out to go a pilfering. I
was going to let her in here, mate, but she's like, it's like bringing the Hulk in, man. It just the lights off on there and all that. Then I tried to practice reenacting that scene, mate, but she won't let me choke her. I don't know what it is.
No, again, Daddy. You know what nearly happened to that Michael Hutchins guy in the cupboard and that. Don't do it again, Daddy.
Oh, fucking hell. Papa!
By the way, would you get out of 10 anyway? 8?
I'm same as you. An 8. An 8, mate. Aye, because, like I said, mate, I like it. Obviously, things have aged. I highlighted what I don't like about it, but it now seems they're not going down that route with it anymore. So, because I read why they changed that ending as well. Aye. I think they changed the ending because test audiences didn't like it.
I know why they changed the ending. I read it. It's a failsafe. They showed this film in Japan. No, they were doing a press conference in Japan and they divulged what happened at the end. But they weren't meant to. So they said to the press that, well, this is true, you can get this. It's on IBMD, I'm sure it is. Please, please, please don't tell the rest of the world what the ending is. And they all agreed to no do it. And being Japanese and being very manly and all that jazz, they never did. However, the studio weren't too sure they weren't going to and done an alternative ending. Do you know what I mean?
Because of Oppenheimer and all that. They want revenge, lads.
You don't like with the boiled eggs under the oldsters and all that make you talk. You need to watch them. No. But I know apparently that the Japanese press just said, "Aye, no problem." Never took a bribe, never took money off them or nothing. They're nice people, them. Always tidying up after themselves.
Well, that about does us then, doesn't it?
You don't got an opinion on the Japanese, have you? Oh, they're nice
mate.
people, the Japanese. Aye, well, that about does that then, doesn't it? Good night.
I've read too many stories and watched too many films. I mean, I just watched Empire of the Sun recently, know what I mean? And I'm like, you're a bit shifty.
Oh, well, I understand that, but I think if you look at the big boats that the British used to put in the seas of the world and onto country shores, I think we had a wee badness about us and all sometimes. Hello, we are from the Queen's Britain, and we are here to take your land, rape your women, and pilfer your spices and potatoes. Huzzah! Queen and country.
And there we have it.
Doing it in the name of fucking God and the Queen. Know what I mean? God sent us, and the Queen of England. Ha How you justifying doing that to my woman? For it's not me, I'm sent by God. Oh, sorry. Prima nocta. Oh, by God, you will not.
You will not take my bowl of salt. Bring wood and oil.
All right. It was my neighbour, right? That's all right. Well, I'm here to claim the right of her husband.
Right, what do you end that?
Mallet in the dome. Hello, Lassie. Right. Listen, guys, thanks very much for liking, sharing, listening, all that jazz. I'm totally missing being off the Twitter or the X, whatever you call it, and speaking to you all, like Diabolical, Seismic, Chat Tsunami, and all the kind of people, Wreckfest Club and stuff, but it is what it is. And we tried Threads, and it's utter pish. So we're off of that. The Kyogi thing we were on, there's a delete account button that doesn't work on it, so we're still on that, but we've got nothing on it. It's just name only. But find us on Instagram. Chris is looking after the Twitter, and I can be reached on Facebook as well. But Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Amazon Music, or anywhere one would get their podcast, you will find us here at What's the Script? Not to be confused with the other Scottish movie podcast called What's the Script? Those guys are assholes. Good night.
Goodbye.
I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight the fear when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just